Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to solve a simple pattern printing problem. We'll learn how to print a hollow square pattern using loops. Pattern problems like these are really useful to understand how to control the placement of characters in a pattern. So first, we'll look at what the pattern should look like, and then we'll break it down into different parts. And after we understand the problem thoroughly, we'll implement the logic step by step. So let's get started. So we have a problem that says we will be given an integer n. Our task is to print a hollow square pattern of size n into n, made up of characters star. So the hollow square represents a structure something like this, which has all the stars in first and the last row, and in the middle rows it only has stars on the edges. So for this, you need to understand what logic you need to implement to fill the middle part of the square. So what you can do is you should understand what n represents here. Each n in the middle row represents first part with star. In middle it has spaces, and the last row represents another star. So to print the spaces in the between, we'll need the expression n minus 2. So for every value of n we loop, it will print those spaces. Okay, so let's start with a coding problem. So here we have an empty list. Next part is you need to understand is that we need to print all the stars in the first and last row irrelevant of the size of n. So for that, that would be if I equal to 0 or I is equal to n minus 1. So now we need to assign all the stars to the top and the bottom row. For that, we'll append all the stars in the empty list we created. That would be list dot append and star. So here we have, let's say, n equals to 5. So we can see that when I is 0 and I is 4, the hollow square has all the stars. So for 0th row and n minus 1 row, we will have all the stars. Okay. So now we have completed our top and bottom row. Now we'll understand what we need to fill in the middle part. So for that, very simple. All you need to do is else. What you need to append is you need first column, that would be star always, plus we need space, that would be n minus 2. along with star on the extreme right. Okay, so now we'll return a result. Oh yeah, so now we'll call this function. We'll enter 5, and here we have a hollow square. So further you can do one more thing. If you want to really print a pattern that looks like this, so what you can do is, instead of directly calling the function, you can store it in a variable result. Then you can the for loop and print row. So you can see we have printed a hollow square. So you can try it for a bunch of test cases. The logic will be same. Just need to identify what is the logic behind these spaces. So that's it, guys. We'll meet in another video with a different problem.